Okie dokie. Hi, Arlene. I don't know why it loses sound. I don't know why it does. I'm going to get a microphone though, and I'm hoping that will help. I got things stacked up over here that's pretty wobbly. There we go. I put this back out. Welcome to everybody who's coming back in. Hi, Barb. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Nancy. Welcome back. Welcome to everybody coming back in. I was explaining, and I don't know where you guys lost sound because I was talking about my jam journals and my art journal covers and everything. So I'm going to start all over again. This is the dresser scarf that I went back for. I have to laugh because Mary said she covered us up with this, and I couldn't see. You guys are yelling at me that you lost sound. This is the dresser scarf that I went back for. I saw it, and it was $5. And I thought, oh, that's too much for, I'll never use it. And then I got to thinking that would make a beautiful art journal cover. And then I thought, oh, somebody's probably already bought it. But because it was sitting there for a couple weeks. And I went back, and it was still there. It was still there. And you can tell this is a beautiful, beautiful dresser scarf. It's got a peacock on both sides. And I'll probably only use one side. And it's a shame to cut it up. But the thing of it is, it's probably sat in somebody's drawer, unused for years and years. And if I use it at the end of the month, if I bind my February art journal at the end of the month, it'll stay pretty clean. It will stay pretty clean. It'll be on the shelf. But yeah, this is what I'm going to bind with my February art journal. Then I was talking about, let me welcome everybody in here. Let's flip it. This thing gets me confused. Okay. Welcome. Thank you all for coming back in. Cheryl and Arlene and Carla. Miss Mary Berry says, I never knew the name of it. It's a table scarf. Hi, Deborah, Cheryl, Miss Mary Berry, Terry, Nancy. Thank you all for coming back in. I always lose people when I lose my sound because they're off to start their day. So have a great day to those folks who were in the first stream who moved on with their morning. Let's put this over here. One thing about this notepad is it's kind of almost too big. I like my little phone, but I got to get a charger for that little phone. All right. So this is what I'm going to use for the cover. And what I was saying here was this is the dress scarf that or the table scarf, the dresser scarf that I'm going to use for, this is the back here. And what I was saying was I measured it, and my gem journals measure 7 inches high by 5 inches. About the pages are 5 inches here. And this is a little bit wider because I need the extra room for the binding. But what I was saying was I've done November, December, January, February. So I'll be on my 5th gem journal in March. And I'd like to keep them all the same height. But this measures, if I leave the beautiful binding on here from the edge, not counting the lace, from edge to edge is 9 inches. This is only 7 inches. So my quandary is, do I want to make it higher it'd be 2 inches higher. And I'm not sure I want it 2 inches higher because I kind of wanted all these the same height. Or do I figure out how to maybe go like this? Well, I'd have to go the other way, like this, and hand stitch it. And I could hand stitch this. I could hand stitch it and get white thread, or I could even do it in a blue thread, but I think white will be enough. And just do a little, maybe like a little blanket stitch around there. And reduce this down to, on both sides, I have to do it to both sides, so that it is 7 inches. Well, 7 inches comes way down to here, so I'd have to take quite a bit of those flowers out. Almost like that. Or I could maybe leave it pleated. Pleated would be pretty, wouldn't it? Make a pleat and just let it be a pleat in there and stitch it around here and let this kind of be gathered. That would be pretty. I like that idea. And kind of tack it down. Oh, I like doing that. Just kind of tack it down on the edge, not glue it down. Tack it down around the edge. Ooh, I think I'm solving this problem I have. Let's get this one out again. Let's open this up this way and put this on here. Like this. I should say, do I have sound? Do I have sound? I covered you guys up again. Let's check with you. Let's check and see. Yeah, come on. Mary, you could gather it down in the spines. Yes, I could. I think that's what I'm going to do. My aunt embroidered the most beautiful, Trace says. My aunt embroidered the most beautiful ones ever. I used the ones she gave me until they were in tatters. You know, Trace, my mother did that. There's a handwritten note on. I'm going to have to get those quilts out because I brought them home with me. There was no way I was going to leave those quilts up in storage. I brought them home with me. My mother's quilts and my grandmother's quilts and some things that I acquired. They're upstairs. I'm going to bring them down sometime and show them to you. But there's a handwritten note on one of them. And she said, this is for, it was my younger brother. I have it. I have it. He doesn't care about that stuff. But the note that my mother hand wrote and put to the back said, this is for, and then my younger brother's name. And she said, this was really my wedding quilt, but the quilt that, I think that's what it was. This was my wedding quilt, but the quilt that grandmother made for him, she used and used and used until, and she said, this one is for him. And so I think I have her wedding quilt. My grandmother quilted, my grandmother on my dad's side. And I have those. And then when I moved down here to my older brother's house, I was, of course, I asked permission, but I was going through the closet upstairs in where his significant kind of stored things. And there's this quilt just laying on the floor. It was like it was on boxes, on top of boxes or something, and it got shoved off on the floor. And I looked at it and I go, this is the quilt that my grandmother made for my older brother. And it was just laying there all crumbled up on the floor. So I picked it up. I haven't washed it or anything yet, but you have to be real careful about washing those older quilts. It really needs to be hand washed and hung out on the line. But I took it in upstairs. When we go up the stairs, there's a banister, and the upstairs hallway doesn't have any outdoor light coming in. So it won't get faded by the light. So I picked it off of the floor and I put it on the banister, and it's just hanging over the banister. And we seat that quilt every time we go upstairs. Perfect place for it. Sound is on? Yeah, how cool that I found that quilt, huh? All right, getting back to, I'm going to put you guys over on my little stands, because getting back to how I'm going to do this, I think Painty Girl, hi Lori, is right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it the same size as my other journals, but instead of gluing it like this was put down with, this was a young girl's dress that I got at Goodwill. It's perfect for February and I love it because it's knit. But what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to tack it on the sides, and I'll tack it over here on this side. I'll just tack it down with stitching. And I'll probably have to tack it in here too, or else it'll flop open. So I'll tack it in there. And then up here at the top, we'll do some gathers at the spine. And that will solve the issue of it being too large. That will be beautiful. And then I don't know. I might have to tack it in here someplace so this will lay flat down here. But you could still see the pretty girl. I'll have to. And they used whoever did this, or it washed away. She used a gray. This is actually embroidered for her face, but her hat is done in a very, very light gray. I think you can see it there. It's done in a, let's see, I need to move over this way a little. It's done in a very, very light gray, and then her face is done in kind of like a light cream color. So it's kind of hard to see her face unless you really stare at it. But it's pretty, and it's vintage, and it's vintage enough. It's different, done different than that peacock one, and it's enough that I don't mind actually cutting it in. I have enough to do 2 journals. I'll cut it right here in half, and that's enough for. In fact, it's probably a little. Right, I could save this little piece in here on each side and put one on one side and one on the other, and maybe put it up in here someplace, this little pink floral. And when I gather it here, I'll put that pink floral right in there on the front cover on each one. So that's what I'm not going to do it this morning. That's what I'm planning here for my jam journals. I'll be working on that this week. But what I am going to do this morning, is get the pages ready. Now, I'm going to use Bristol board here for the backing because it's a nice sturdy board here. And I'll probably just stitch this on. It'd be nice to do it with the sewing machine, but I'll hand stitch it. I'm not going to get out the sewing machine. That's a whole nother challenge for Mary. So I got some Bristol paper here. Let's measure this again. Let's measure this jam journal. I think I made this one a little smaller. I think the one I sent out, actually the flap came over this way. So from here to here is 15 inches. And I think I actually want it maybe an inch and a half. Well, it'd be 16 and a half. 17 would be over to there. That's almost too much. Do I want it at 15 inches? No, I think I want it 16 inches or 16 and a half. So what I wanted, well, let's see. This is the watercolor paper. This is 12 inches. So my pages, and it's by 5. So I think I'll get, these are 5 inches this way. And I deckled them. So a ½ inch came off after I deckled. I tore it. The watercolor I might tear with my ruler. Instead of this, I hand tore. This is 18 inches. So if I cut this in half this way, this is 12 by 18 watercolor paper. So that'll give me 6 inches. So I might cut it at 5 and 5 this way. That'll give me a 2-inch strip, or cut off 2 inches off of this 2 inches here and then 5 inches here. And that'll give me, well, do I want it that long? No, because this is only 10 inches. Let's see, this is only 10 inches this way. This is only 10. I don't need 8 inches here. I only need, let me think here. I only need 10 inches this way. And I could get 7 inches this way and 7/14. And I could have 4-inch strip over here and get 4 pages. And I would only need 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd only need, well, we'll figure this up here. Let me just do one. I bought the Strathmore pad when they were on sale. I love when Hobby Lobby puts their Strathmore pages. I'm going to move my coffee. So that's what I'm going to do this morning is get these pages ready. So all I'll have to do is bind it. I have to move this coffee out of the way or I'm going to spill it. I'm going to take it out in the other room. I don't want to spill the coffee. I don't want to spill the coffee. So, and my theme for March is going to be watercolor. My theme for March. So, let's see what I'm thinking here. I've got my dictionary out. I'm gradually getting things back in this room. That dictionary I use a lot for wipe off. All right, let's just pull a page out here and see what I need. And I need my cutting board. And you guys are over here. I moved you off of the desk. Let's see what you guys are saying to me. Oops, I got rid of you. There you are. There's Journey. Hi, Journey. No, I had to restart. My sound went fluey. My sound flew away. Hi, Anne. Good morning, Anne. Who else popped in on me that I missed saying hello to? Barb is here. Arlene is here. Welcome, everybody who came back in. Jersey came back. Lori Pink Girlie is here. Arlene, Miss Mary Berry, Trace. Oh, Laura Kai, is that how you pronounce it? C-A-I? Welcome, Laura. And Laura Jersey. Jersey Laura's here. Carla's here. Hi, Carla. And Cheryl and Lynn J was making her way to work. She's still working. She says, good morning, Mary and all. Making my way into work still. Oh, dear. Yeah, this is part 2. Anne says, how are things up in Nova Scotia? All right, I'm going to have to set you guys aside again here because I'll be knocking you off. I need to put Pinelope aside too. Get these palette knife and scissors out of my way. I got a place for both of those, and I got these black strips here that I'm going to put words on, these black strips. And I was looking at my little copper birds that I did, my ATCs. Now, I was working on them yesterday, and I didn't like them. But I was looking at them this morning, and they look different to me this morning. But I know I'm going to get some jute. They're going to be card fronts, and I'm going to put some jute. And I got these little teeny copper keys I think I'm going to put on there. Okay. So if I go 7 inches this way, and if this is 18 inches, I can get 2 by 10. And that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 8 is 16 for 2 of them. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll need 4 sheets of paper, I think, for the whole journal. We'll see. I always get mixed up on that. We will cut this first at 7 inches. And I could tear it. I could tear it, but let's cut it. Let's cut it because it's going to be top and bottom. I'll tear the sides, decal the sides. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 8 is 16, and 16 and 16 is 32. So I'll need 4 sheets. Oh, what did I do here? Did I cut that at 7? What did I do? No, that's at 7. This one must not be at 7. This one's a little too wide. Let's recut this. Which side did I cut there? How crooked this is. Did I goof? I'll save that for practice. I can have another sheet of paper here. I goofed. I'm chattering and not concentrating on what I'm doing here. Let's get out. Let's see. I think I said I needed... One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Mary, you're so good. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that'll cover one journal. And I'll get some more of this watercolor paper when it goes on sale. I love this 12 by 18 size. That when it goes on sale, or I could get it using my coupon too. All right, now I need to concentrate rather than chattering away. It's not your guys' fault. You're over on the hobby cart. All right, we want this straight at 7 inches. And see how I put it crooked in there? Let's get it straight. That's what happened. I got it crooked. I had it like that. Straight, Mary, straight. All right, all right. There, 7 inches. And another 7 inches. There. That's better. Now I have this to practice on. So I need another sheet for this signature. There's 31 days in March. No, there's only 30 days in March, but I'm going to do 32. You'll have a front and back. That's 8 inches, 7 inches. I always count an extra sheet there just to fill out the signature. 7 inches and 7 inches. And that'll be okay. So this needs to be cut down to 10. So I'll cut off 2 inches off of this. 10. So it's 7 by 5, but 10 will be folded in half to make 5. And I should have really torn that, but no, that'll be good. 1. Now I have little practice sheets here. Maybe I'll make a pocket or something and throw in some practice sheets. We'll see. Two. I don't know what I did with that. 3. And four. These will make nice little, I could even make little 2-inch squares out of these. That would be fun to do. We'll see. So this will be one signature folded in half. Well, one's a little bit wider. I wonder why. These are all the same size. Let's cut this wider, 7 inches. Just a teeny bit wider. I don't know why. There we go. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a little journal. All right, now I need to do the second signature. You guys get to listen to me chatter away. So I'm cutting it at 7, right? Yep, at 7. Make sure I have it. This wants to catch in here. And sometimes I get it. It catches on this little rounded piece here. It catches right there, and that makes me cut it crooked. You got to make sure you got it up to there's a little round piece right there, and it wants to catch on that. That's how I get it crooked. All right. 1. That's 7. 2. And let's go ahead and do the 2 inches off here at 10. Make sure it's straight. Oops. Is that right? Yep. 1. And now this book will be a little bit thicker just because the watercolor paper is 140 pounds. It's a little bit thicker than the mixed media paper. So the journal will be a little bit heavier than my other journals, but that's okay. All right. Need one more sheet here. So I need 4 sheets for both journals. 7 inches. I'm going to cut them all. This is the boring part. This is the boring part. But it's kind of the fun part too. 1. And Rhonda, if you're still here, I have your little journal that you made for me. I'm going to do some urban sketching when it gets a little warmer. I have it. I ran across it the other day and said, oh, I need to get that out. Rhonda will be saying, Mary, are you using my journal? Not yet. It's too cold out to go out and sit in my car to urban sketch. So I found it, though, and I thought of you. I thought, oh, this is perfect. I'll go urban sketching this spring. If you're listening to me, Rhonda, I don't, my little notepad is over on my cart. I'm not watching chat. Okay, 10 inches this way. And this one's set at 10 inches. So I do want to do some urban sketching this spring. I'll be doing that. All right, so there's the pages for one journal, and they'll be folded in half. So let's put that up there. Let's do the next one. Yeah, I'm boring you guys silly willy today. Seems like you come in here to watch me cut paper and watch paint dry. We need 4 more sheets. There were 30 sheets in here, so I've got plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4. This backing would be nice for that mystery journal that Tanya is, because it's 12 by 18. It's a little short. I've got that piece of cardboard that I painted my roses on. There's a link. Tanya put up a video last night. That's what I was doing in Lisa's. I was trying to find out if Tanya was going to talk about the mystery journal last night, and Lisa was kind of like Mary, doing the Mary thing. I was asking Lisa several times about if she was going to talk about the mystery journal. And finally I gave up. I was tired. But Lisa was doing a Mary thing where she's involved in what she's doing, so she's not really watching chat. And every time that I thought she was going to answer me, she answered somebody below or above me. Just does exactly what Mary does. Oh, dear. But then after I signed off, Janet sent me a message saying that Tanya put up a video. So I went to watch Tanya's prep video for the mystery journal that they're going to do. And Tanya was telling us everything that we need for that mystery journal. And I'll tell you, to be honest with you, looking at the size of that mystery journal, it's just about the size of what I do for my daily journals. Maybe a little bit larger than my monthly journal, not my jam journals, but what I do every month for these type of pages here, because this is 11 by 17. And I think hers is a little bit taller. So I'm not sure what she needs that extra length for. I guess I'll find out. But if hers is taller and if I don't need that extra length for the mystery journal, I may make them the same size as these. So I want them all to be the same height. This is my Society of Idea Collector page that I did yesterday morning. Dee Dee Willingham gave us a prompt for Society of Idea Collectors off of her list. And I chose the one with white, olive green, and then my color was gold. And you needed a coconut, an avocado, and a Cookie Monster. And the Cookie Monster is really blue. And this is Jim Henson, the person that invented the Cookie Monster. He's a puppeteer and artist of in his own right. I think he's passed away in the 1990s. But anyway, the story, we're supposed to tell a little story along with our Society of Idea Collector. And the story is that it was midnight and he heard all this fumbling around in his kitchen. So I went down and he found this little Cookie Monster baking cookies. But you notice that the cookie dough is green, which was fine. It's coconut and avocado cookies. Yum. The Cookie Monster says, yum, 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 num, 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 yum. Well, the Cookie Monster was baking the cookies. There's a sheet of cookies over here, but he got flour and salt, and he thought he had sugar. And so instead of a cup and a half of sugar, he put in a cup and a half of salt. It turned his fur from blue to green. Look at his eyes. He says, I'm a Cookie Monster. I'm going to eat him anyway. Oh, dear. That's my little story about the Cookie Monster Society of Idea Collector thing. That was kind of fun to do. I wish Dee Dee would do more Society of Idea Collectors. She kind of works her her Society of Idea Collectors into other things that she does. But she really needs to show us a journal and you know, I want to see her journal. Oh, she was showing us where she has a color. I kind of like what she's done. She'll take a journal like, well, just let me pull this out again. This is too big, but you know, like a mixed media journal. And then she'll put the color up here in the square, and then she'll list things with colors. And then she yesterday she was going out and drawing something on there, and that was kind of fun. I'd like to do that. However, I've got 10 million things going at the moment. And what I want to do, and of course, like this is the 10 million thing stopping me, is Lisa's doing her lap book, and I wanted my lap book to hold my Society of Idea Collector. And I'm just not there. Just too many things going on. Let's look at chat. Barb says she didn't want to, but he came a-running as soon as I walked in her door, and neither guy came with me. You go, Barb. Did she give up easily? Let's see. What are we talking about? Oh, that was 4 years ago, and the fat cat is still giving me grief. I got him back after I found out where he was. What are we talking about, Barb? Hoping for the best. Hi, Aunt Beck. Hoping for the best, Becky. My fat cat, Milik, M-I-L-I-K, went missing while I was still in Winnipeg. A lady a half a block away had him. The local guy that delivered the flyer said, "Oh, I knew it was not her cat." She said she took him to the vet to find the owner, but no chip, and she definitely has a chip. Oh, she didn't want to. Let's see. Oh, that was 4 years ago, and now the fat cat is still giving me grief. I got him back after I found out where he was. You got your cat back. Well, that's good. Hi, Abigail, Dust in the Attic. Welcome, welcome. You're new to us. Welcome, welcome. Yes, she had him for 3 weeks, so I didn't think I would ever find him. Oh, she took your cat. Well, she didn't want to, but he came a-running as, she didn't want to give the cat back, but he came a-running as soon as I walked in her door, and the neighbor guy came with me. Hi, Tori. Good morning, Tori. I'm glad you got your cat back, Barb. Who'd want to take a cat? This is crazy. Arlene says, I'm hillbilly enough to wear stomping boots, and I hope she resisted. Oh, is Cole? Hi, Aunt Beck. Did Cole? Let's scroll back here and find out what happened to Cole. Where's Aunt Beck? I'm hoping Cole shows back up today. I put a notice on the next door, hoping somebody will call and say they found him. Did Cole wander off? Aunt Beck is saying hello. She's tired. Cole slipped out the house sometime yesterday, and we couldn't find him. Oh, that Cole. That cute little Cole grew up into, he's wandering the neighborhood. Aunt Beck said her hand's going to turn into a paintbrush. Abigail Destin the Attic says, oh, Arlene, I love so many. I suspect all of us do. It's due to my wonderful mother. I do paper crafting, writing, painting, drawing, quilting, cross-stitch, knit, and crochet. Well, Abigail, you're going to fit right in with this group, let me tell you. Hi, Valerie. Good morning, Valerie. I always miss Valerie when she comes in. There she is. I hope she's listening. Good morning, Valerie. Jersey says, my baby girl will be 23 March 31st. I cannot believe it. Time just flies. Well, 23 is at a good age where you can enjoy doing things with her, huh? Does she like to do things with you? Do you guys go thrifting together or to craft sales or to games, whatever she likes to do? Probably likes to go to concerts, huh? Well, I don't know. 23? Is that, do they still go to concerts at 20? I mean, I'm talking rock band concerts, not classical music stuff. Aw, thank you, Mary Berry. She says, I love starting the day with Mary. It feels like I'm home. Aw. Barb says, was okay. Now I'll be going, it's almost 7:30. I'll probably go until about 8:45. Today is Thursday, so I don't know if Sharon's going to come on today or not. I think she comes on Thursday mornings around 9. But she did an impromptu yesterday afternoon, so I don't know if she's going to come on. We'll find out. We'll find out. I have to go to the post office today. I can't put it off one more day or my box won't reach care and I'll be a late bee again, and I don't want that to happen. So I have to take off this morning and go to the post office. Abigail, Desk in the Attic, says hello, everyone. Do you have a channel, Abigail? Go to channel. Well, you don't have any videos up yet, or I was going to go explore it, but welcome, Abigail. Anne's in the house, Anne-Lar. Anne-Lar, I want to get my package off to you, too. After I get this little treasure box, this little box that we're converting, I'll get that mailed. Then I'm going to work on Sue's and Anne's and Terry's. And poor Barb. I've got to paint the little plaque on Barb's snow globe from 2018 to 2020. Poor Barb, she's so patient with me. It's Tuesday where Lori is. Laura, yeah. All right. Feel free to call me Tori, Abigail. Everyone else does, I think. It's much easier. RT. Barb is laughing. Barb, you are such a patient person. I would have given up on me a year ago. It's horrible. I am horrible. I'm cutting this at 7 inches. All right, I put you guys aside until I get this paper cut here. Make sure I'm all even. 7. Whoops, what did I do there? Did I not get that cut? Almost. There we go. And 7 again. And that I'll have a lot of extra. Look at this. I'll have a lot of extras to practice with. It takes 4 pages for each journal. And I want this at 10. And 10. Yep, Aunt Beck said her hand's going to turn into a paintbrush. What are you doing today, Aunt Beck? What's on the agenda? Today's Tuesday. Go thrifting. Take some time. Scott's at work. Sneak away and go do a little thrifting. And if Scott says, who told you could do that? Say Mary did. Mary told me. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one signature. And Scott will say, Mary, she's a bad influence on you. You can't watch her anymore. I put my foot down. I love to watch Becky's thrift hauls. 1. Take some time, Becky. Today is Tuesday. And even if you don't buy a lot, you can go look. I'm going to go to the thrift store today if I can get out of here. I don't know. It's supposed to snow a little today. So I might just make it to our local post office. And I'm going to ask our postal lady if that happens. I'm going to ask her what's happening with our building. We're losing our post office building. There was an ad in the paper. And my brother asked our neighbor about it, his fishing buddy, and the neighbor didn't know anything about it. And that ad was only in there one day. So we think it might have been a mistake. We don't know. We don't know. Maybe they're trying to sell the building and or maybe they've already sold it and they just had to put the ad in there to say that they advertised it. We don't know what's going on with our post office building. But I know it was in there too. I may not have believed my brother except for I saw the ad myself. So ours in another little town that they said the post office was for sale. The building. And I'm hoping that either it was a mistake or maybe they're going to move the post office into the building where the library and the city offices are. I could deal with that. We lost our grocery store. We don't need to lose our post office too. All right. Done with that. Let's put this aside. I can get you guys back out again. Here you are. Now that I can see, Cheryl says. 50 is warm. It's no snow this year at all. It's crazy. Yes, it is, Jersey. Barb's got to go find their critters outside. Hi, Rosemary. Good morning, Rosemary Morris. Have you been to bed? Oh, she says her dog got her up too early. What'd he do? Come in and shake you up and pour some cold water on your face? Mary, you can contact the U.S. Fed Mail online. Oh, and ask them online, you're saying, Mary? What's happening with our little post office online? I could do that, couldn't I? I'll have to think about that one. So Rosemary snuck in here. She said her dogs woke her up too early. Arlene says, I was looking at the messenger when your name popped up. She's talking to somebody. No worries. Chat flies by someday and I can't see everyone, Barb says. Hi, Holly. Good morning, Harley. Holly. Not Harley. Holly on a Harley? All right, let's fold these in half. Welcome to everybody who's come in. This is the second part of my stream. I lost sound on the first part. This paper is 140 pounds. So I don't know if I might have to have 4 signatures instead of 2. I might have to have 4 because this is pretty. Let's get that. This is pretty thick. I am getting my March gem journal ready. For those of you that missed it, who just came in, what we're going to do here, let me get this is my February one. I'm going to open it up like this. And I have this dresser scarf. It's big enough. It's got the little girl on both sides here. So I'll have enough for 2 journals. But it's wider than my 7-inch gem journals, and I want my gem journals all the same size. So we're going to center it here, and let's open this up so it'll work better. We're going to center it, and I'm going to tack it down, and then we're going to gather it. I'm not going to glue it down. It's going to be gathered. I might gather it first with a thread, just do a basting thread to gather it, and then it'll be tacked down like this, And I don't want a lot of gathers where the face, where the girl is. The gathers will be on the sides here. And it'll be tacked down on the side here and on the side over here. So the journal, and it'll probably have to be tacked down on here, so that, you know, so it'll close up. But in the center here where there's no gathers, this is long enough, it'll go clear across my journal. Over here in the center on each side is a little embroidered flower motif. And that comes right at the spine here. Let's open it up. See, my spine ends there for 15 inches. And I may end this. I was thinking 16 and a half, but I think 15 will be fine. And I'm going to take this little side and this little motif, because I don't want this part gathered in here, because I want her face to show. And you can see her face. You can't see it probably on camera, but they embroidered her face with kind of a cream color. And her hat is gray. But I'm going to take this little floral motif and where this is not gathered, and I'm going to put it in there like that. And this will be gathered on each side here like that. And it'll be tacked down. I think that's how it's going to go. We'll see how it works in real life. That's the plan. So what I'm doing here is I'm folding my pages 7 by 10, the same size as all my other journals, and except for this is watercolor paper instead of mixed media. And so instead of 4 pages of signature, like what I have here, I've got 4 pages. I think I'm going to have to make 4 signatures of 2 pages, because this is kind of thick. And that will mean instead of 2 tassels, I'll have 4 tassels. That'll be interesting. I would really prefer 2. We'll see. Maybe I'll just make 2. We'll see. I'll have to cross that bridge when I come to it. I'll have to cross that bridge when I come to it. Small budget, big dreams. What happened there, Arlene? What did they say? View deleted message. Oh, that just says hello. What happened here? Did they say something bad? I don't want to view that one again. Oh, dear. Didn't look like a troll, did it? He was streaming himself, watching you. Oh. Well, I do that sometimes. Was he streaming an art stream, or was he just streaming me? Let's look at that. Is he off now? He's probably off now. Yeah. Hi, can he see me? Happy to answer your questions. Any questions? See, I'm streaming watching him. Does he know it? Does he know it? He looks confused. All right, we're gonna leave him alone. We'll go back to my stream here. He doesn't look like a troll, does he? A troll has a big cone-shaped hat. 2 watching now. He's going, who's watching my stream? Who's in here? All right, we're getting out of there. He was looking to grow his channel with us. Well, in a way, Arlene, that's okay. I would prefer that they come in, and he didn't say anything bad. In a way, I don't mind. Let's skip my ad. In a way, I don't mind people growing their channel coming in here. I support a lot of channels that are just getting started. So, in a way, I don't mind that. But what he should do is come in and say, hello, I'm, if he's an art channel. If he's an art channel, I didn't see if he was, I didn't check his videos. A troll has a big cone-shaped hat. It does. You never can tell just by looking to what you see. I'm going to have to put 4 signatures in here, but I might do 2 tassels. I might bind this signature and bind the next one all on the same thread and make the tassel in between them. Because I don't think I want 4 tassels on these little gem journals. That's too much. So that'll be a new technique for me. So we'll see what happens. I really don't mind if somebody wants to grow their channel, and he might be listening right now, I don't know. But it has to be an art channel, and they have to be like Mark Mirror. I don't mind promoting Mark's channel, and they have to come in and get to know us. Sharon has Daniel that she's kind of getting to know. She's invited Daniel to her channel several times. If they're legitimate, I don't mind them coming in and say, hey, come watch my channel or something like that. But they have to be legitimate, and they have to have art up there on their channel. They can't just be a blank channel with no videos. But we all kind of help each other grow. Becky and Tanya and Lisa and myself and even Dee Dee's crowd, they help them. They help each other grow. But if you're just coming in to get subscribers, and if you're not an art channel and you're just looking for, please sub to me 1 for 1 or stuff like that, that's where they're not welcome. If you're just looking for people, and if you're not a legitimate art channel, and if you don't have anything to offer, who wants to come to your channel? If we're doing art, mixed media, we're not fine artists. But if you're like doing cartooning or illustration or even woodworking or something like that, you're more than welcome to come in here and get to know people. We like to and I'm talking to whoever may be listening out there. They're more than welcome. He's definitely not an art channel. Okay. All right. I didn't check to see if he had any videos and stuff up, so I'll trust you on that one, but I kind of want to say this generally for who may be listening to the replay. And if you want to grow your channel, and if you're a legitimate art channel, if you fit in this community, you're more than welcome to come and promote your channel, as long as you do it legitimately. come in and introduce yourself. Say, hey, I do illustration, or I'm a comic book artist, or I do paper crafting, or mixed media, anything like that. You're more than welcome to come in and say, come look at my channel and that, because we help each other out that way. All right, I have 4 signatures, and I think when I bind this, I'm going to bind this one. I might bind these 2 together before I sew them into the book itself. Bind these 2 together with the pamphlet stitch, and then when I get done, I'll have my long string, and then I'll bind this and make my tassel in between them. I'm going to try that and see if that works. So this is for one gem journal for March. I was going to decal the edges, but I think I'm just going to leave them straight. And on mine, instead of, I'm going to send whoever wins it will just be blank paper. But on mine, I'm going to put tape along the edges here, so I'll have that pretty white border. I think I'm going to do that for my art journal, for my gem journal. And I may work in landscape mode because it'll set this way when I bind it, because I want it to fit with my other journals. But when I actually work in it, this little gal will be up here. So I only have one. Whoops. So the cover will come and it'll be gathered kind of. Ooh, I'm going to like this. And it'll be tacked down. And yeah, you may get watercolor on it, but that'll just make her pretty. That'll just make her pretty. I'm sure to get it messy as I'm working, but that'll just be a part of the art journaling. But I think I'm going to work in landscape mode when I do my watercolors. Or I might flip it occasionally, but I'm ready to do some landscape stuff. Is Holly in trouble again? No. What does Aunt Beck say? I love to do that. Holly's going to poke the bear. Hi, Susan. Yeah, I kind of trust my mod's judgment. And I'm listening. I'm talking to people that might be watching on the replay. I kind of trust. We have mods. And they, when I'm busy doing stuff like this, I'm not watching chat. Now, I'm not talking to you guys in here because you guys are in here enough that you know. But for people that may be watching my replay, I get busy. I get busy, and so I don't know sometimes when a troll comes in, or I don't know when I lose sound and all of that. So you have to trust your mods. That's what we have in here. So Arlene, I trust your judgment. So to big dreams and small budget, I would tell you, if you want subscribers, if you're going to come to an art channel, do some art. Do some art. Especially if you're going to come to this community. If you're just, we have a lot of different interests, but don't come in here and ask for subscribers if you're not an art channel, because even though we may find your channel interesting, it's really kind of out of our community theme here. Unless you have an art channel on the side and just coming in to... Mary's just chattering away. What's going on out there? Holly, you're not in trouble. Let's see, I was looking to see Aunt Beck. Oh, leave a border. She loves to leave the white border. I have to tell you, I don't do that as a general rule. As a general rule, I splatter color everywhere. But I do like that technique with a white border. It gives it a real professional touch. Oh, look, I I cut this page a little crooked again. Look at how crooked that is. Well, that's going to be, I'm going to have to mark this as my journal. I don't think my other pages are like that. Let's see. I think all these pages are even. These are all nice and even. This will be the one I'll give away. I'm not going to change this. I'll just have a crooked page. I'll have a crooked page. I probably have one to match it somewhere in here. One that's crooked the other way. Is it this one? I'll just have a crooked page in here. You can tell it's shorter. Or this one's taller. Is this one taller than the others? No, it's this same height. This will be for me. I'll have to, when I get done here, I'll put an M on the outside so I know it's for me. Or like, well, I'll know it's for me. I won't give away the one with a crooked page. I had a crooked page. I had some crooked art. Oh, Cheryl, I need a rhyme. I need a crooked page rhyme. I had a crooked page. I'm trying to think of a word that rhymes with page, and all I can think of is sage, wage, gauge. When I measured it, it was all off gauge, but I cut it anyway. I said, I'll keep it for myself. I'll keep it for me. That's my poem. Is this the, no? All the other pages seem okay. There has to be one that's crooked the other way. I have that other piece that I could probably cut a straight page, but we're just going to have a crooked page in this journal. Let's see, who else is in here? Did I miss anybody else coming? Holly came in. Hi, Holly. All right, let's go back down here. Oh, Suze. Good morning, Suze. Hey, Beck, what a fabulous art blessing. I love the card, the ATC, and the envelope. Ah. Yay. Aunt Beck likes to, she does her Dirty Dozens on Wednesdays, or she has been. I don't know how long she's going to keep that up, but what she does is she sends her art out to people at random, and I think that's so cool. And it's just kind of like a little happy mail. And I need to send out my ATCs. Mary's the late bee on sending stuff out. I'll tell you. I got to get ATCs sent out. I'm going to send it. All right. So there's my next 4 signatures. I need to, what did I do? I put that rubber band on something. I want to mark this with, I need a pencil. I don't have a pencil. Why don't you have a pencil, Mary? All artists have pencils. They're out in the other room. Come on. Where's my pencils? All I have are ink pens. Well, this one is me. You know what I should do is put that crooked page on the outside. Is it in here? Is this it? I need to find the crooked page. Where's my crooked page? Well, it must not bother me that much. Maybe it's on the bottom. These look okay. I know that one page is crooked. What did I do with it? It must be this one. Huh. Maybe I was holding it crooked. This is a little crooked, but... Well, my crooked page straightened itself out. No, it's this one. I'm going to put this on the outside. Flip it this way so that I know this is mine. And when I bind it, I'll put it on the inside where I can't find it. But this way I know that I want this set of signatures for me. All right. So I did that. That's done. We talked about the journal cover. I did my art here. What else did I do this morning? Gosh, I don't even know what I did. I was talking about those books. But what I want to do next, what time is it? It's almost 8. Yeah, I'll have enough time to do this. Well, before I do this, let's do this. I wanted to kind of talk about this Needlecraft magazine. I'm sure I probably have showed this before. This has to go in my current project. Oh, I worked in that. I carved a stamp this morning. I carved some stamps to put in my little stamp-off book. Carved a dandelion and a cat tail this morning. I did that this morning. Let's keep that out. So toward the end. I worked on my calendar page. This says, "No man is a failure who is enjoying life." And that was on some tissue paper that I got in Happy Mail from some generous person. I just love this tissue paper. And then this is some Tim Holtz paper, but I have not seen this advertising tissue paper. I'd love to know where they found that. Isn't that cool paper? Boy, I'd love to have a whole roll of that. But anyway, it's here always on the Victor Records. And it says, not just for an hour, not just for a day, not just for a year, always. And it's a man and a woman sitting on a couch here. Kind of cool. So I'm trying to work in my little calendar every day. Or one for every day. I probably will not get it every day. But see, I've been cleaning up my stash and I'm finding all these neat things. Mary, please block Mr. Nice Guy. Block the troll. Thank you, Arlene. Mr. Nice Guy. Gotta trust it. Thank you, Arlene. Please block him. Can I block him? You timed him out. I can't do anything while he's timed out. I can't get a hold of him. Can I get a hold of him that way? I can't get a hold of him because he's been hidden and timed out. So I'll block him. I'll block him on my... Yeah, I can't block him. Sergio? S-E-R... Here, let me write the... I'll have to block him... I can't block him after he's been timed out because I can't get a hold of his icon. I can't get a hold of anything because he's been hidden. Sergio, let me write these down, and maybe after the stream I can go into... Here, let me write these down. Sergio, I guess that big dream guy kind of talking to my trolls here attracted him. Gonzalez and Mr. Nice Guy. I'll have to block them after the stream. I'll add them to the blocked users list. I could go in now, but I don't want to fool with it while I'm streaming. If they come back in, slap them. Thank you. Gonzalez. Okay, hold it. E-Z. Gonzalez. And S-E-R. Yeah, that's a G-I-O. Yeah, I got it, Holly. I think I had a Z there. Probably, I might have marked an S. All right, I got it. He'll just change his name, but... Bye, Terry. Thanks for coming. I can't block him after you guys have hidden him. because it hides him, so I can't get a hold of his icon. I could maybe go out to the channel, but I'm not going to fool with that now. He's interrupting. He's distracting me. That's their game. Let's put, oops, calendar fell on you guys. No man is a failure who's enjoying life. So at least I got a little success because I am kind of enjoying you guys. And you're part of my life. All right. The Hallmarks magazine. Am I zoomed? I may need to zoom out one more here. Doop. There we go. This is so cool. I love these magazines. I got some bits and pieces that I was going to glue on my calendar. So this is so cool. How can I forget her? Remember her? How's your breath today? How can I forget her? A Song for July. So this is July of 1933. Now, if you think of United States history, 1933 was the Depression era, early Depression years. It got, is that Sacagawea? Lewis and Clark? Or was it Pocahontas? I think Pocahontas straighten me out with my history. I get those two mixed up. One is in the East and one traveled with Lewis and Clark. Needlecraft in the Orient, this month's cover. Sacagawea, the Indian girl. Yeah, that's Sacagawea. Pictured in the Woods by Georgiana Brown Harbison. So this is Sacagawea. So Pocahontas must have been with, what, Captain John Smith over in the Massachusetts Bay. Bye, Tori. Hi, Scarlett. Good morning and welcome. Have a great day, Tori. Needlecraft magazine, embossed cut work. Oh, how interesting. Now, there's a technique that could be reinvented for this world. Isn't that interesting? Because what they did, cut work is when they cut their fabric, they cut, and then they do the satin stitch, like they'll cut a shape in there, and then they'll do the satin stitch, which is just the stitch over and over and over. And but embossed, they've done those satin stitches and they made flowers, so they made it kind of bulky. I don't think I've ever seen embossed cut work. That is pretty. Gives me some, it inspires me. That is pretty. I like that. America's Heritage from the Indians. This is a 1933 needlecraft. A fascinating table set in Armenian crochet. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that. That would be fun to crochet. And it's got all the crochets kind of go curvy like that. Diamond. They got my diagonals in there. That's what I love. Those are pretty. Cottage by the Sea. Oh, look at the silhouettes. Look at the silhouettes. I'm thinking stamps again. This would inspire me to do some stamp carving. Just looking at them. Food facts for home folks. The canning contest is on again. If it isn't one kind of war, it's another. Here we are fighting a depression of several varieties and taking a brave stand without any banners or flags to lead us on to give everybody, and especially the children, just as good as food as possible and enough of it for the least possible money. So they're having a food contest here. Canning. Oh, and look at that illustrated A. You guys can't see it because it's so tiny. I'll hold it up a little further to the camera. I still want to carve an illustrated alphabet but I'm going to have to really improve my serving skills to do that. Janice, hi Janice. Yeah, Pocahontas. Thank you, Janice. Janice knows everything. I get those two mixed up, Pocahontas and Sacagawea. Pocahontas guided John Smith in the Jamestown, Virginia, married John Rolfe, a tobacco planter. Thank you, Janice. Bye, Arlene. Have a great day. Get some rest. Caregiver is on her way. So, oh, okay. I hope she takes you out thrifting today, Arlene. Barb left. Bye, Barb. Abigail says, bye, Barb. Stay warm. Scarlett's in the house. Hi, Scarlett. Jersey says, I used Romeo's mom's one-time holly. OMG, I thought I would die. Oh. What's horrible, Holly? Oh, look at these. Look at these. Typical menus for July. Stewed cherries, crisp rice flakes or hot shredded wheat. Oh, this is for breakfast. Bacon toast and coffee or milk. That sounds good. For lunch, there's cheese toast, green salad with French dressing, berries, cream, cookies, and iced tea with lemon. So they just had a salad for lunch. For dinner, they had broiled hamburger, tomato sauce, new potatoes, string beans, Roosevelt simply salad, and fruited tapioca. Quiet work with a bargain in fruit. Recipe. 4 cups of prepared fruit, including 2 oranges, 2 lemons, and 1 quart of raspberries. Raspberry marmalade. That sounds kind of good. All right, moving on. Let's go to the needlework part. Preserving our ancient arts. No, they are not Indians. Campfire girls at work. A campfire Indian loom. And here we have a folding companion table, costs you nothing. It's given for 4 subscriptions at 50 cents each. $2 and you get this free folding table from the Needlecraft magazine. That's quite a bargain. Gay print butterflies, all cut out, ready to use. 39 cents. Get your new supply now. It doesn't say how many. 64 butterflies for 39 cents. Somebody had a die cutter. Secrets of Successful Canning. An easy to make knitted sweater. Looks, oh, and this is my favorite part. This is my favorite. Yep. These are fun to look at. The meanest chore is a chore no more. Cleaning the stool. Needle book and quilt block. Oh, Priscilla books. Yeah, those were reprints of those Priscilla books were real popular in the needlework community a couple years ago. Boy, I would love to have some of those now, Priscilla books. Crochet, china painting, bedspreads, beadwork, Battenberg, basketry, Armenian lace, filet, hardanger, Italian cut work, monograms, netting, patchwork, smocking, tatting, and wool knitting and crochet. Priscilla books, 35 cents each, 3 for $1. Yep, those were the days that they had. I wasn't born yet. The Peace Bag, any morning. Signs of good times before summer separates the crowd for the various camping trips, motor voyages, and general vacationing. A jolly wind-up of the at-home season may be planned as a cabin camp supper. What's going on here? Cheryl and Holly are saying good morning. Aunt Beck says, I'm wondering if Greg would freak out if I took his car to the grocery store. He has nothing here that I can eat. He better not freak out. You're his mom. Maybe if you put a little gas in it, put $5 worth of gas in it. Bye, Becky. I hope Cole comes back, Holly says. Are you leaving? She says, see you all tomorrow. Becky streams tomorrow is Wednesday. She'll stream at 3 o'clock Eastern time. She didn't say what she was planning for tomorrow. Are you still here? Oh, he's sleeping right now. Are you here, Becky? If you're here, tell us what you're planning. Have you any plans for your stream tomorrow? 3 o'clock at Eastern time at Aunt Beck's Creations? You don't have a clue. Okay. Have a great day, Becky. Go to that grocery store. If Greg says, who told you could go, tell him Mary said I could. He says, Mary who? And you'll say, marry me. Oh, dear. That was a joke. All right. I'm going to end my stream out. I got about a half an hour. And I want to work on these. All I have left to do on these is the white pen here. I'm using, oh, that's not it. Oh, no. I'm using my signal pen, and I'm putting Pinelope's white. This is really white eyelash yarn, but this just makes, I guess I'll call this this really isn't her hair. This is more like a crocheted shawl or a stole or something like that. What do they call those things that they crochet and wrap around their neck? It's not a shawl. Cowl, something like that. Make it a good day, all. Are you leaving too, Janice? Oh, I think she's saying have a good day. Oh, bye. Bye, Janice. Thanks for popping in and telling me about Pocahontas again. So I repainted these. Let me zoom in a little. I want to finish these off so I can at least get them sent by the end of February. And I have 16 that I'm saving for my mods. There are 25 of them. So that leaves me 9 left. And I'm going to keep 2 for me. So that's 7. And I promised one. So that means I'll have 6 of these to give away. Probably in my Friday night stream, if you're interested. I'll probably give away the 6 that I have left in my Friday stream this week. Unless things change. Hi, Mary, too. Oh, good. We got a verse. Mary had a crooked page and placed it in her journal. When people saw her crooked work, they thought she lost a ruler. Mary Gold was not concerned, for clearly they didn't know her. Let's write that down. I wrote down the 2 guys I'm going to block. Let's write down some good stuff. Let's write it on here. This is my little list here. Got to flip the page. Hold it a minute. Let's see. Mary had a crooked page. She sure does. She doesn't cut anything straight. And placed it in her journal. The box that you sent me out too, looking through it. And it's fun to go through those things. I think I'm going to I've got several envelopes and things that you guys have sent me. And I think I'm going to take them all out. Well, I've taken some out that I had for last year and put it in a Happy Mail drawer and work on stuff. And place it in her journal. When people saw her crooked work, Oh, I love it. Saw her crooked work. They said, that's a Meri style. She messes things up. They thought she lost a ruler. That isn't all they thought she lost. They thought she lost a ruler. Or something else. Her ruler. Marigold was not concerned. Thank you. Marigold was not concerned. Ah, was not concerned. For clearly they didn't know her. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Mary. And then I'll sign this Mary too, so I know who wrote it. Thank you, Mary. That was fun. I enjoyed that. She says, hi, Mary and everyone. I'm just popping in for a bit. I was lurking and heard about the crooked page. They're loving it, Mary. They're loving it. I'm putting the, I guess they call this a cowl. I don't know if this could qualify as a cowl, though. A cowl is really like a crocheted scarf that wraps around your neck. This is, I guess this is just called eyelash yarn plopped on the back of my head. But it makes her look fancy. I like it on her. All right, that's enough for that. I might need to fancy this one up a little more. Yeah, this is good. I just need a couple white lines coming down in there, maybe. Maybe this one a little darker. I had to repaint 2 of them because I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. And actually that can kind of come over her, kind of come down in there. Oh, I'm liking these. I might even cut these apart. No, I think I want to take a picture. I think I want to take a picture of them all in one. You guys can't see it, the whole thing, because I've got it zoomed in. But I'm going to take a picture of the entire piece before I cut them apart. Yeah. Yeah, let's move my camera over a little. Let's move my camera over a little. There. Yeah, take a picture. This would make a nice poster, wouldn't it? It would even make a nice art journal page. If I did it. I mean, I'm not the original, the picture that I take. It'd make a nice poster to put up in my, on the wall, tape it to the wall. I'm not going to drive nails in the wall, but I could put up one of those command strips and hang a picture. This is something I would maybe hang on the wall. Maybe. I'd probably get tired of it after a while. What we have on the wall in here, I didn't touch his wall. He has pictures of his, well, I did touch the wall. When we put up those bookshelves, I had to take some of the pictures down. He had pictures, wedding pictures. I think the wedding picture's still up, of his son, and it's not the wedding picture. I think it's like their engagement picture or something. Now we don't want too much coming over here, but maybe one coming in there. Yeah, maybe this one coming down a little bit more. There we go. A little bit more in there. That's the last thing I'm going to do to these, or copied. Suze, before you cut it, take and have it printed. Well, I was thinking our library, and I need to go and make copies. I want to make that's kind of one thing that's slowing me down about getting those erasers sent out too. Only that I've got them all carved and ready to go. I got the backs painted, but what's slowing me down is I need to get to the library and make copies. I want to send you guys master prints, or not master prints. I'm going to make master prints. I have master prints made. I have to get to the library and make copies of them. And I want to put in a set of prints of those stamps. And I haven't been to the library to do that yet. Now this one comes right in here. So this one's going to be kind of, yeah. But our library has a Make It lab in their lower level. And I don't know if they could make a poster out of this or if they have to have a photograph. I don't know if they can actually use the canvas. I'll have to check and see, but this would make a nice. And then if I did that, you know what I could do? I've got a share folder out on my drive that I'm sharing with the public. Am I sharing it with the public? I could put it out on the, and then you guys could download it and, you know, size it to 8.5 by 11 and put it in your art journal or whatever if you wanted. You may not care. I was thinking about putting some art out there. The thing about it is my art, I'm not to the point to where I'm making digis yet, because, you know, if I do stuff and put it out there for people to use, I want it to be decent. I don't want to be emailed and said my digi doesn't print right. And I just don't have the time to do all that. I think about it and how cool it would be to do that and share some free art that way that you guys could use. Digi art. What am I doing here? I want to put a. This isn't showing up too well. Let's put some there. I guess that's enough for her. I go back and I look at them and I go, oh, I need to do this or I need to do that. Actually, I'm kind of liking them. I was way up, wasn't I? I'm sorry. I'm on the second row here. Almost done with the second row. The signal pen is working pretty good on here. I guess I should probably varnish. And I guess I'm going to see if I can get some varnish at Walmart, maybe in their paint department. They might have some. I'll have to check and see if they have anything I don't think they have anything in their craft area. I got matte varnish, and I think I'd like to have a satin varnish for these. I don't know if Walmart carries that stuff retail or not in my area. I know I can order it online. That all takes time. I'd like to give these away on Friday night, and this is Tuesday. So maybe I'll check and see if I can find some varnish, maybe at the Big G, which is a True Value store. They might have some in their paint department, just paint varnish, or Menards might. Yeah, I'm not sure. But this one I'm keeping for myself. This is the one I struggled with when I was painting her face, and it still looks off. This one I'm keeping. She's going to be for me, and I should probably sign them too. I don't know if I need a big pen to sign with. Let's see. And my big pens are over here. Let's see if that'll work in here. If I'll have to sign them after I cut them, because if I sign them, I might cut my signature. So Mary's just talking. What about shellac? I don't know. I guess you could shellac them. I really have never shellacked any of my artwork. Shellac kind of has a stain in it, though, doesn't it? I'd have to make sure I get the clear stuff. I don't know about shellac, Suze. I've never really used it. It'd be a nice experiment, but I don't know if I want to experiment on these. That would be a nice experiment. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of happy with how this is going. Notice I keep going back and working on them, putting in some more feathery stuff here at the edge, make them look a little fancier. Well, me neither, Suze. It was a good suggestion. Oh, boa, the boa. That was the word I was thinking of, Mary. I was calling it a cowl. It's a boa. Thank you for helping me out there. Sometimes when I'm talking, it's hard for me to remember the words I want to say. I guess I'm just getting old. So if you guys want to help me out anytime, I won't hold it against you. Rosemary might know about it. That's true. Sign them. Rosemary, I'll check with Rosemary and see what she thinks about shellac. You know, shellac, for those of you who came in earlier, I was showing, what did I do with them? They're behind me. Here, let me grab a hold of this. Let me grab a hold. I put them behind my chair here. Ah, I don't want to fall. I have this Emerson book here. Oh, and you can probably see it because I've zoomed in too. See how it's, I was showing them if you look on the back here, there's actually a book page on the back of this, but there's also this felt in here. And if you pull this way up, there's another square felt piece in there. And I was talking about repairing this, but I think this felt will just drink down. I don't want to just glue this down. I think this felt will drink it up. But I want to repair this. Shellac might work on this book cover. I don't know about the spine here. I might shellac it inside, but I don't think you'd want to shellac across here because you might have trouble opening it up. Shellac might work on this book cover. But see, look, see, there's text here, right in there. There's text that they have facing. They took a text page. You can see it down in there too. And they glued a text page back on the bottom of this cover. And the copyright on this is only 1933, I think. So it looks like an old book. This is January of 1934, the signature is. And I had cut out of this, I think. But I'd like to kind of preserve this so I don't ruin it anymore. And I haven't quite. And I know if I talk to Rosemary, she'll say, oh, just gesso it. I got mad at her. Not mad at her. She gessoed one of those celluloid album covers. And I didn't think that was such a great thing. Because celluloid, something like this is just kind of a paper. This is not real leather. It's kind of a paper texture. But celluloid, they don't make celluloid much anymore. And that's what I thought. You should not touch that. But look at this. And you know, Junk Journal Johnny might know what to do with this too. She might have dealt with this. But see how that felt? I'd love to kind of keep the felt touchable. Like, oh, you know, it's got a felt surface there. But I'd like to preserve all of this. I think this is really cool. It's really a cool book in a way. And then I was showing them this one, My Little Water Babies. I know I got this one to art journal with because I've torn out of this. But I was telling them that when I bought this book, this had already been rubbed out here. And somebody rubbed that out because that little water baby doesn't have any clothes on. There's a picture of it in here there's a picture of it in here. See the water babies. That one doesn't have any clothes on either. And there's a few prints in here, but there's a fairy. I love this one. I love this print. I'll hold it up a little closer so you guys can see it. There's little fairies down in here. And there's a little fairy there. And then there's a little girl. And there's a stained glass window up there. And it says, she flew with them out of the window. Home of the water babies. Now this one has clothes on. This one's cool. I like this one. But that same print that's on the cover is in here someplace. Did I pass it up? Yeah. See, this print goes on here, but they rubbed that off. That really does go right in there. I chuckled. But this book, I said it earlier and I'm saying it now, this book was not in good condition when I got it. But look, see, they did the same thing here. Look at the binding. Look at the binding. Here's the spine of this book. And if I lift it up, look at that. They used, in fact, it goes upside down. Something series, more, Kelmain, plates by F.M. Foster Metal, eggs, writers of something and company. They just used the print here on the spine when they bound the book. Isn't that interesting? And what I like about this cover, and you can see it pretty good here. Look at this. It's really an Art Deco cover. They've got one long heart here, and it's got a little heart inside of a heart, and it comes down, and then they've got two little hearts on each side with long stems, and then it goes down here and floats over. That's very much an Art Deco style in there. So this is probably 20s or 30s book. I think I looked and I couldn't find a copyright. There's an index and two doors and about this book. The other one I found 1933. It just says Told to the Children series, edited by Louise Chisholm. And then there's text in here. It's kind of all out of place. This was all apart when I got it. I said this will be make a nice little journal. I just love this. I love this. Now this would be something that I would put like a shellac on and preserve that, and maybe even take this spine and make it into a bookmark. This would make a wonderful little junk journal, wouldn't it? I think they were just frugal. I think so, Mary. She says, were they just frugal, Mary, saving paper? I think so. Because when you think, if this is a 1920s or 1930s, you think of the Depression era. And this might be printed. I couldn't find a copyright date. It says District 34 here, number 50. but I could not find a copyright date on it. So if this was printed in the 1930s, and look, it was stitch bound here. They may have just, like you're saying, being frugal because of the Depression era. There's got some cheesecloth up in here, but I just love that. And I think I will take this spine and make a bookmark out of it and preserve this and make a junk journal out of this. I found these I put these out. I had them sitting on the floor over in the corner. And I've been cleaning, and I got them out this morning to show you guys. I think Rosemary knows something about preservation. Yeah, Rosemary does a lot of, she does a lot of journals, and she likes to take those journals, those photograph albums, and make journals out of them. She does a lot of journal making. She's a journal making expert. But I think Junk Journal Johnny too might have some thoughts on what to do with that. So I'm not going to start that project till I get some of my other stuff done. I'm going to start working after I get that little box mailed. I want to get the erasers out. I want to get a box to Susan, to Anne, and I want to Mary. I want to mail Terry's envelope. And I want to get my erasers mailed and those ATCs mailed that I've been saying that I'm going to send. Those are coming out. And then I might start some other projects. There's a mystery art journal coming up on Tanya and Lisa. And I like to do the little zine. See, I could art every day, every morning and every day, and still not get everything done. And then there's my own journals, my jam journals. That's why you see me online a lot. That's why you guys see me online a lot. I never run out of stuff to do, that's for sure. And I figure as long as I'm arting, I might as well just go online. Johnny and Rosemary, yeah. Dee Dee preserves her artwork with Krylon's workable fixative. For like the drawings and stuff, I think. Yeah. That workable fixative, I don't think would work on an art journal cover like a varnish would, but for her drawings, I think she probably does. I know Dee Dee also uses that Deco varnish, Deco art varnish. And I was getting that at Joann's, but I quit going to Joann's. I got mad at him one day, and I'm not going back. I got mad at him one day because of their store coupon. You guys know that story. I'm not going to tell it again. Well, you know what? It's, 8:40? I got 5 minutes here, and I'm still thinking I want to get more feathers on some. And some of them I like, but some of them need a little more pizzazz to them. So I'll be doing this. I do think I'll take it to the library. Maybe I won't give these away this week. Maybe next week. This week I'm going to give away the Jam Journal. So that'll be in the Friday Night Live, because Friday will be, let me look here. Friday, I think, is the last Friday in February. I know it is. Let's go to my calendar. Friday is the, auto sync. I don't want to do that. Today's the 25th. Oh, today's Super Tuesday. I didn't know that. Super Tuesday. The 28th. So today is the last Friday in February. So I'm going to I got to get my Jam Journal done. I got the pages put together this morning, and I'll give away the March Gem Journal in my Friday night stream. And then maybe next week, I'll get these taken care of. Oh, I wanted to do so many things for the mods, for Mod Appreciation Month. I got some postcards made, and I got some ATCs made. I had such big plans for Mod Appreciation Month. I might still do some things I'd like to do for the mods, for just to thank them. I'll just extend my Mod Appreciation Month a little here. I might still be doing things for mods because there's other things I wanted to do for them. I just don't have time to do everything. I appreciate my mods. I wish I could pay them in money, hard cash, but I can't afford it. Not that big of a channel. I'm not a Mr. Beast or a Casey Neistat. Those channels can have teams of people. I don't know if Casey has a team. I think Mr. Beast has a team that helps him. You put together all the videos and do edit. Casey Neistat has people help him every now and then. He'll have one or two guys come in and help him. What is this one? Yeah, right there. What am I doing there? Let's bring that down a little, like that. There. Yeah, I like that a little better. Okie dokie, it's 8:43. I don't know. Holly, do you know if Sharon's going to stream this morning? Sharon Marlowe? Let's get my things out. I worked on these. Let's come out a little. Let's set up my thumbnail here. I worked on this. We'll put this way over, maybe. Now I got my water pail here and my book. Now let me put it under. Oh, I got a ruler under there. Oh dear me. My rulers. Let me slip this one underneath of my book here. A little more. Push it way over. I'm setting up for my thumbnail here. And I carved a dandelion and a cattail stamp this morning. We worked on that. And here, a dandelion and a cattail. Can I put this around this way? I don't know if I can. Yeah, this way. So we did that. We went through, looked at this magazine. I talked about what I'm going to do for my gem journal. Oh, I'm just setting things out that I covered this morning. We talked about these books. I'll put them right up here. I worked on my calendar page. And I folded, is that all I did this morning? I folded cut all my signatures here. Where am I going to put that under these? Let's just put it there like that. Now pull this a little different. Straighter. There. Pull this over. So, and we chattered. I was going to work in my gem journal. Let me show you again. I found my February art, what I'm going to use for my February art journal cover for those of you who just came in. I got to put together, but I'm going to get my gem journals done first. This will be for February. All the pages. I'm going to bind it and start getting my stuff bind my journals, my big journals. I haven't been binding them. So I think that's about what I did. Chattered away a lot. I couldn't work in my gem journal today because I have my other phone turned off in the other room, and I can't get to my prompts here. I guess I could have gone to Facebook, but I didn't. You love those stamps? Aren't those cool? And those were so easy. These are dandelions and these are cattails. They were so easy to carve. They were so easy to carve. Did you get your box mailed for Daffy? No, I didn't, Cheryl. I didn't. You know what I did? I streamed with Sharon yesterday afternoon. But I did not get it done. I have to do it this morning. If I get it in priority mail this morning, she'll get it by Saturday. So Saturday is the 29th. So she'll still get it by the 31st. So I got to get it off this morning. It's all ready to go. It's all packed. I got to wrap it in tissue, but that won't take long. You like the cattails, Carla? Holly, do you know if Sharon's going to stream? Oh, you don't know. She says, no, I don't know. I haven't seen Sharon this morning, but she did an impromptu yesterday afternoon, so I haven't seen her this morning. Yeah, I am going to make copies of this, poster copies. I think I'll take it to the library, to their little maker center, because they've got what they call a poster printer, or they did. I don't know if they still have it. A poster printer that makes big posters. Well, you can make them any size, but they'll make a large poster. Because he was showing it to me when they very first set up their maker center in the new library that they all remodeled. Not in my town, but where we go, in the town where we go grocery shopping. So it is 8:49. If Sharon doesn't stream, I'm sure somebody will be coming on. Well, I don't know if I'm a master carver. I keep trying. I have fun. I'll tell you, there's who was Fran on the Edge, posted in Phibbsville Friends group. And if you haven't found our Phibbsville Friends Facebook group, say that 5 times real fast. Phibbsville Friends Facebook group. Phibbsville Friends Facebook group. I guess you can say it 5 times fast. There's a link to it in my description box below, but Fran on the Edge posted a picture of her hand-carved stamps. Just wonderful stamp images. She did a really great job. Mod Appreciation Month, yes. Thank you guys for coming. So have a great day. And go make some art. And if you can't make any art today, think about it. Go enjoy your day. And no man is a failure who is enjoying his life. That's American farmer wisdom. So go enjoy your life. Bye. Have a great day.